Inside this little dark chamber is where I witness life. A palace where I'm taken care of as a queen, wrapped in the hue of love. My mother, as if hugged in crimson silk. Here I am floating in a secret river, warmed by my mother's love and cradled by her movements. It's the place where time moves, not in hours, but in heartbeats, where through the thin walls of my little palace, I can hear the sounds of the outer world, my mother's laughter, along with her fears to carry me inside. This is the time that I best cherish while talking to her in secrecy. My story, one heartbeat against the world. She was happy to have conceived a baby whose sex wasn't determined. Cherishing her every movement, Sophia was putting her best to keep her womb healthy. Every morning, before the world rises, she would get up and rest her hands on her belly and whisper, "Good morning, my little one." Sophia had stopped to walk fast. Now she was gentle with her every step. She would sit back and talk to her baby, telling about her feelings and trying to form deep emotional bonds with her. Sophia's husband also used to encourage her in forming strong bonds with her baby. He would do his best to help and take care of his wife at this time of need. It was this time that the seed of deep, unshakable love began to bloom, not only between the mother and the child, but with the father too. Father would sit down beside Sophia and feel the presence of his baby in the womb. He would tell Sophia that our baby is a tiny part of you now. Soon it will be living his presence with us. Sophia and her husband both took vows to raise the child with love. They decided to paint the nursery together and bring the baby's stuff and place it into the room. Such is the world that a mother builds for a child, a world full of love and laughter, where joy flows like sunlight to the open window and sorrows find no place to stay, a place where dreams come to reality. Sophia wanted to bring her child into such a world where there was no mark of unhappiness, no shadow ooze of prejudices, where no traces of disappointment strained a daughter's birth. A world where happiness was not reserved for the sons alone, but a world where every child, be it a girl or a boy, could rise like a morning sun, warm, radiant, and free. But this was not the actual reality. There is a difference between the world of a mother and the real world. Sophia had assumed that a child would be accepted without any prejudices. But this wasn't true. Her family relatives wanted to know the sex of the child. They would tell Sophia to go get her child's sex determined so that things could be planned accordingly. They would tell her that the boys carry the family name, where the girls are delicate and expensive to grow and marry in future. Those words pierced Sophia like pointed needles. She felt terribly disappointed on hearing that if her child was a daughter, it would become a burden not only on the family but on the whole world. Am I not wanted, mother? What wrong have I done when I have not even taken my first breath? Am I already a burden and a disappointment? A shadow before I'm even a light? Am I a curse growing quietly in your womb? But let me tell you, I'm still better than these people who want an innocent child to die even before she's born. It's always said that womb knows every thought of a mother, every feeling that her mother is going through. The societal behavior did affect the child in Sophia's womb. She began to talk to her mother. Mother, I can feel your heartbeat tremble with love and fear. I know you fight silent wars each day against words that bruise and expectations that choke you. But do you not dream of holding me in your arms? Would you not like to sing a lullaby to me? Let them say what they want to. Do not worry, because I will become your strength, your power. I will one day become your power to speak for those voices who were silenced before they could cry. Days passed with such cold wars as silent battles to haunt Sophia's home every day. The verbal wars, sharp, wordless conflict became a daily ritual. Outwardly, Sophia masked her pains with practical strength, trying to always smile in extreme situations. Inwardly, she was defeated, always fearful and crying with thoughts of sex determination of the child. As the time passed, she witnessed that her husband too was changing his ideology with that of the society. Her husband, who once spoke of fatherhood with joy, was now under the pressure of his family and society. He would pressurize his wife to get the sex determination done. It's just a test, he would say. Everyone does it in these days. You are not only the one. Sophia felt very disappointed. Her heart sank, and she felt sad in selecting him as her husband. She always thought that at least he would stand beside her when the world has become so cruel to her. She simply stared at him, the man she had once chosen with love, trust, and dreams of a shared future. He appeared to be a mere puppet in the hands of society's toxic orthodox traditions. Now he was more in favor of the wrongs of society than even thinking of his own unborn child. In that moment, she was not only grieving for her unborn child, but was also grieving for the love she had recently lost. She knew no matter how hard she tried to explain things to her husband, he would not listen. Her trust, love, and the support was all fractured now. One breezy Sunday, when Sophia was enjoying her time in the garden, he approached her and asked her to get ready to go out for an outing. His words were polite today, and it appeared that he was trying to make a new beginning with her, forgetting all past happenings. Sophia was delighted to see this change in him, readily agreeing to his suggestion. She was very excited to be going out for an outing with him. Dressed in her most beautiful attire, she happily approached her husband in the car, looked into his eyes, and asked him, "How do I look?" Brimming with excitement like a child awaiting for the surprise, Sophia gently gets settled at the passenger's seat, her heart fluttering like a schoolgirl, eyes sparkling with delight. She was eager to hear the reply. "You are my most beautiful wife, my dear," he replied softly, with a small smile playing on his lips, made her blush like old times. And he began to drive the car with utmost desires of Sophia. The road ahead stretched like a ribbon, winding through the hills. He drove with calm precision, driving gently through the curves. Sophia, full of excitement, kept looking at the scenery around, perfectly calm and composed, yet waiting for the surprised plan by her husband. Then suddenly a left turn to a road completely unknown to Sophia. She was still looking ahead with the thrill of the unknown, eyes fixed and heartbeat synchronizing with her desires. The lush greenery across the two sides of the road was building up the sensual desires in Sophia. But as the trees parted and the building came into view, her smile began to fade, followed by confusion. She was clueless where her husband was driving her to. Eventually, he stopped at a point where hung a board saying Prenatal Diagnostic Center. A hospital? Her smile changed into utmost disappointment. The way she could fight with the whole world, her own husband was standing in opposition to her wife and the unborn. A cold chill went down her spine. Where her heart was fluttering with joy just a moment ago, now was pounded dread. Now she was worried about her child's existence. She wrapped her arms around her belly as though shielding her child with the venom of the reality. At the same time, she wanted to see how far her husband would go. Would he truly utter the unthinkable? Does he not have the same feeling for the child as I do? Would he, if the scan revealed a girl, ask for an abortion? She wondered. A father would ask to kill her own child? Thinking this, she, with trembling lips, turned to him and asked the question that cut through the silence like a blade. And if she is a girl, what then? Would you be totally heartless to ask for an abortion? Would you want your own child to be killed in the womb, who has not even got a chance to prove her worth? After such harsh words for the unborn, tears rolled down her cheeks. She could not have imagined that the whole world, including the child's father, was her enemy. You were supposed to be the first person now whom she could have called Papa. And yet, here you are to erase all the memory before even she is born. No, the answer is no. I would not become a part of this crime. I decline your proposal of sex determination. And as a mother, I don't need to know if I'm carrying a girl or a boy. I just know one thing, that I'm bringing a pure soul into this life. The one who would lovingly call me her ma. Sophia gathered all her courage to speak for all those women who were forcefully asked to do the same. Those who were the part of this suppression labeled as traditions. You and your kind have buried many wives for speaking for themselves, many unborn daughters, but not this time. This wife would stand for her daughter, for her child. I would not let anyone look at my child with agony or hate. I will raise my child on my own. You live with your societal traditions. I will live embracing my biggest treasure. I applaud you, my mom. You saved me from those who wanted to kill me. I always love you, and I promise I will show my worth to this whole world. This dark chamber is a place where I am held in protection. Don't you worry, no one can touch me here. I am treated as a queen here, and the child begins to kick the womb ready for the world. Thank you.